So this was one of today's finds. This is a Royal Dalton Booth's Real Old Willow. It's a copy of a 19th and early 20th century China pattern made in England. You can see it's got a really nice shine to it, gold on the edges, scalloped. Measures about 16 inches. This was a good find at $30 after discount.
This was my first purchase from Savers in Maplewood, actually. 99 cents a piece. Manhattan pattern, an Art Deco look from the 30s. So circular.
This came from Goodwill today in Stillwater. This is Morgantown, West Virginia Glass Company. The pattern is called Crinkle. It is a handled pitcher, obviously, but the handle, interestingly, is applied. You can see on the edges here. And this was a really great find at $3, as I said.
This is the avocado pattern, depression glass. As you can see, avocado, avocado. It's a beautiful light green color from Indiana in the Depression period. Whopping $2 at La Garage and Gallery in North St. Paul from day one of the antique haul.
This is a nice little Goebel Dachshund bank. Goebel is the company that made Hummels. You can see the mark there on the bottom. He's missing a stopper, but that's okay because they're pretty common. There's a slot for the money in the top. He was $12 and I should be able to get about $50 for him, so I'm quite pleased with that.
Here we have a promotional bowl promoting the Dennis R. Bolt, your Oak Grove milkman from Mount Lake, Minnesota. Thinking that's probably from the 60s or so. And as you can see, it's heat proof by Franklin. Yes? Federal. So sorry, Federal. Andy corrected me. I think I paid $3-ish, something like that. $3-ish on day one in one of the antique stores. Can't remember which one. Doesn't matter.
This is a nice little find that's going to help partially defray the cost of some of the other things I purchased to keep. It's a James Foley marigold pattern miniature chintz creamer. You can see the mark there on the bottom. Old Foley. That was a nice find at $3. Somewhat desirable. One never knows how much it'll go for. Probably about $20, I think.
Jenny pointed that one out.
She's so modest, isn't she?
Crinoline, an undeniably happy plate and pattern. I've actually picked this up on day one and ended up seeing it all over the place in larger sets and larger quantities all throughout. It's from a little shop in North St. Paul, the Antique Mall in North St. Paul. It's got this lovely aqua. It's kind of faded in here. Is that fired on, Andy? Yes. Who makes it? Hazel Atlas, my glass company of choice. I think this was $1.
This little fellow took a spill last night, and he did manage to survive to tell the tale. He's a bulldog made by the Lefton China Company, which is a Japanese company, imported to America by George Lefton. There's a sticker. You can see that his monocle is a nice rhinestone. Unfortunately, he is missing his mate, but at $2, he was something that could not be passed up.
And here we have a creamer and sugar set by Hazel Atlas called the Chevron pattern in a lovely cobalt blue. Something that I've been attracted to. I think I've seen it before, and then I saw it as a set in North St. Paul on day one and fell in love with the very mod shape, very, I'd say deco, yeah. Really unexpected, because usually creamer and sugar are a bit more rounded and feminine. This is a little bit more masculine and straightforward. Very cute little set. I think I paid about $6 for it. And then I, at the next shop, actually found the, oh, there's a little bit of string on there. I actually found the large milk pitcher, or maybe Andy found it, I think he did, to go with it. I didn't realize that you could have a creamer, sugar, and milk pitcher, but you can. See, look at the size difference. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, really something. Anyway, now I have the complete set, and I'm just thrilled with it. And I think this was probably about $6.
This was picked up today at our very last stop. Sadly, our adventure did have to come to an end at some point. This is a nice Red Wing planter from Red Wing, Minnesota. You can see the very wicker or bamboo type look it has to it. Marked there on the bottom with that Red Wing mark. It's got a speckled look to it as well. Probably about 13 inches in length. I would say it's probably a planter.
Speaking of Red Wing speckled, we have a piece here that I found in North St. Paul at La Garage as well. Looks like I paid $22.50 for it. And it's got kind of a nice big wide shape. I wouldn't really call it a gravy boat. It's pretty massive. And again, has that speckled look, and there's the markings on it. And I, because I value function, almost over form practically, I've decided I'm going to put remote controls in here and just try and give it some kind of purpose.
I don't value function quite as much as form as some people who are obsessed with everything serving a purpose. And in that vein, on that note rather, these are two lovely cherry blossom Delphite children's plates for the children's size set that the Jeanette Glass Company made in the 1930s. They have a really nice opalescence to them when held to the light. I paid $6 a piece for these, and they're worth quite a bit more, but hopefully you can see that lovely Japanese influenced cherry blossom pattern on them.
Also on day one, I purchased a collection of Hawaii travel paraphernalia, I guess you would call it, or ephemera, I don't know, paper products. We've got some brochures here, a traveler's guide, which I'm sure is fabulously out of date, and Hawaii, a guide to all the islands. It's got some great photographs in here, some great art, some great maps, and surely a lot of fun to look through with my Hawaii travel partner, Robert. And I think I got all of these for $10.
I scored this great piece of Fenton glass 2 days ago at a flea market. It's really quite spectacular. I think it measures probably 12 inches in height. It's got a ruffled edge. It's got some nice opalescent ribs as part of its feature. It's kind of a lavender powder blue color, I would say. It is marked faintly Fenton on the bottom. However, I don't think the seller saw that. So I was able to obtain this piece for $15, and I would estimate it probably at about $50 on the resale market.
On day two, Sunday, we went to a flea market down in Elko. It was a lot of fun, and one of the first things that kind of took my eye was this set of plate night, kind of